gearing up for this. They've been dealt a treat in the weather as well, because it's been miserable up until today.
Tino Rossi then, he's been here, done it, got the t-shirt numerous times. Triple winner here in MotoGP in Misano. His farewell appearance though in this famous arena, just what a stone's throw away from his home in Tabulia, will be going from the back of the grid.
So there, not too much dry track action for MotoGP this weekend. Not many people will be opting for the yellow banded hard tyre for this race coming up. The soft front looks like it might be favourable. The medium rear is fine, as well as the soft rear as well. We'll find out a little bit more. I'm sure Simon is gearing up to Piero Taramato at some point as we look at these shots now. Then, what happened to Brad Binder? The good news is he's got back on his bike and he's heading back round to the grid. But the South African, it's hard to know whether it's a mistake or some freak accident. Who knows?
Yeah, maybe it's just a cool tyre on the sighting lap. But yeah, what is not out for debate is Brad Binder was down, unfortunately. Looks like he's going to be A-OK to start this Grand Prix. He's got 20 minutes or so, as Pecco Bagnaia, as always, looking impervious to pressure. Ice cool, and he needs to be, because this is a big race. He knows if there's any glimmer of hope of him wrestling the title out of the hands of Fabio Quartararo, he has got to stay on board, and he's got to really win today. First Italian to take 4 consecutive pole position.
Hidup Anda macet, stres menghadapi masa depan? Investasi aset kripto solusinya. Ayo gabung dengan 6 juta lebih orang Indonesia yang berinvestasi aset kripto. Hidup anti macet dengan toko kripto. Banyak pilihan aset kriptonya. Makin cuan dengan fee paling murah. Trading aman karena terdaftar di Bapepti. Mudah. Segera download aplikasi toko kripto. 1 TKO untuk 1 Indonesia. Scan di sini untuk trading. Gratis kripto. Halo anak-anak Indonesia. Ada yang baru dan pasti lebih seru. Dan yang pasti akan banyak tokoh lucu yang menggemaskan. Jadi ayo ajak semua nonton bareng setiap hari di Gp TV. Hidup Anda macet, stres menghadapi masa depan? Investasi aset kripto solusinya. Ayo gabung dengan 6 juta lebih orang Indonesia yang berinvestasi aset kripto. Hidup anti macet dengan toko kripto. Banyak pilihan aset kriptonya. Makin cuan dengan fee paling murah. Trading aman karena terdaftar di Bapepti. Mudah. Segera download aplikasi toko kripto. 1 TKO untuk 1 Indonesia. Scan di sini untuk trading. Gratis kripto. Says lap to warm the tires well. It's true that the front tire, everybody goes to the medium, but on the left side will be the critical side. But yeah, let's see. Time to, of course, in Austin I enjoyed more than here, but time to do a race and try to enjoy.
Mark, thank you and best of luck.
Yeah, thanks Simon. Great to hear from Marc Marquez. This is not Austin, of course. This is Misano. I have to say I agree with Simon. My gut feeling tells me Marc Marquez has a very good chance of finishing on the podium here. He's just got to get off to a good start. He's got Paul Espargaro, his teammate Miguel Oliveira, Morbidelli up ahead of him on the grid.
Some interesting early tyre news emerging from Michelin. This is their provisional race tyre selection sheet. And we have the 2 Frenchmen, the world champion-elect being one of them, of course, Fabio Quartararo, one of only 2 men who's gone for the medium rear tyre at this stage. Him and Zarco. And only one man's gone for the soft front tyre. Everybody else is going for the medium. The soft front being picked at this moment by Maverick Vinales. But Zarco and Quartararo, they at this stage planning to race the medium rear tyre. Everybody else with the soft.
Interesting stuff. Here is Luca Marini, third on the grid. A good opportunity for him today. You just wonder, don't you, whether or not Fabio Quartararo is thinking, I might have to use a fair bit of tyre at the start, and I wanted to burn up a soft.
Well, I think with the lack of dry track time as well, Steve, he's sticking with what he knows. He used the medium quite brilliantly here 5 weeks ago, didn't he? We know Bagnaia, after what he did in the early laps last time out, was always going to pick the soft. He needs to try and make a gap like he did here 5 weeks ago, but Quartararo came on so strong in the last 10 laps of the race, and that has got to be part of his thinking, going for that medium rear tyre again.
Paul Espargaro has been on the podium here before, but he was in these colours, the Red Bull KTM. Now, Miguel Oliveira has not been in bad form this weekend, in drying conditions, in the wet. 5th place on the grid here today. Can he say goodbye to this poor form that he's been on of late before we head home to his Grand Prix in Portugal next time out?
He's certainly looking for a big lift and a confidence boost going to Portimao. They put a boost in the home crowd to 7 points in the last 6 races. Now there's a big race, of course, for Ducati. Great day for them yesterday, locking out the front row of the grid for the first time. 4 consecutive poles for Pecco Bagnaia. Let's hear the pre-race thoughts of the team manager, Davide Tardozzi. Here's the sign on the grid.
David, standing on the grid here, not only are your factory riders right at the front of the grid, they've looked super strong all weekend. I've got to say they're the favourites. I want to know what you feel.
Yeah, I think it's the first time that we have the first row with 3 Ducatis, so we are very happy about that and that happens in our home race. But anyway, it will be a difficult race because the weather forecast, the weather during the weekend was always wet, and I guess that the decision on the slicks is a very tough decision. I think that it will be several decisions, several sets of tire on the grid, so we'll see who will have the right idea.
David, I have to ask because I'm thinking about it. I want to know, is there some team orders that could play out today?
I don't know. Honestly, I don't know. I want to see how this race will go, then we'll see in Portimao.
Best of luck.
Thank you.
Yeah, they're hoping that they don't have to even implement any team orders here today. Pecco Bagnaia is the bookies' favourite to win here, so that would mean they wouldn't have to worry about it. The plan A, Matt, will be to bring Jack Miller in behind Pecco Bagnaia.
Maybe they've got the computer ready with the mapping aid button there, ready to fire over.
Yeah, good to hear the boos from the crowd here. No surprises for guessing who they're calling out here at the moment on the grid.
It just fires the guy up even more, though, doesn't it? I mean, not that Marc Marquez needs any motivational tools, but that kind of reception, it does. This man had a great weekend so far as he winds down to the back end of his current MotoGP career. Looks like he's got some pretty cool tunes on the week. See him there swaying on that KTM, relaxed and enjoying himself, soaking up the atmosphere of Valentino Rossi's last race on Italian soil. Iker Lecuona goes from a career best qualifying 8th place. He was really strong and fast in the tricky conditions. In fact, quickest, wasn't he, at Q4 yesterday afternoon?
14th on the grid for Alex Marquez, continuing to struggle a bit on the LCR Honda. A couple of races ago here in Misano, 15th was the best that he could manage. Now, let's find out a little bit more about what happened to Brad Binder, shall we, on that sighting lap, and also the chances of Miguel Oliveira. Kip Meyer is on the grid with Simon.
Yeah, I'm not sure that the information's come through to Pit yet either, and nothing was on TV. So anyway, Pit, Miguel has looked much better at this one. I know it's a crazy, difficult race to predict because of the weather and that, but also Brad is so good at coming through, and I think he feels he can do it again, but he's just made the job a bit harder. Tell us your feelings, please.
At least he has less risk now in the first lap because no traffic out of pit lane. Yeah, I don't know what to say. I mean, we struggled with him this Friday and Saturday. He has such a good race speed, and he would have this race speed also here in Misano today, I'm totally sure. But yeah, I think he wanted to go out with a hard front in this cold condition, and yeah, the result we have already now proven. But on the other side, I'm very happy that I can see the whole KTM team. Both teams are regrouping a little bit, and especially Miguel. I think we have Miguel back. It's always hard to rate the rider when he has pain and injuries and he's not 100% ready. But I'm glad. Papa Oliveira told me 2 weeks ago. Don't worry, he's back. We are here in Portimao training. He's a stock bike and he's ready again. So and it's proven. Like every practice, he was up there. So I hope for a good race for him today.
Fantastic news. Best of luck, Ben.
Thank you, guys.
Yeah, you wouldn't rule out a Miguel Oliveira podium here today, would you? If he's back to his best, then we know what Miguel Oliveira is capable of. We saw that at the start of the year. Tremendous atmosphere here. Every time an Italian name is read out, you can hear the crowd cheering away as we get closer and closer to racing action here. It was a very, very good day yesterday for the Tech 3 KTMs as well. And it's Danilo Petrucci's birthday today, his last race in Italy. Let's hear now from their boss, Hervé Poncharal, with Simon on the grid.
He is, Hervé. Always good to hear from you. Your results this weekend have been like turned around. I'd love to hear your feelings going into the race.
Well, first our two riders told us the same. Wow, this is a clear view of the grid. We are not used to see the front row. No, but seriously speaking, I think this is by far the best qualifying. It's good to have them two on the third row. What else to say? For sure the tough condition have been helping us because we know Ike and Danilo likes the kind of condition we had through the whole weekend. But right now this is a more normal race, I would say. Full slick, the track is